Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 video, and this is another episode of Curb Appeal, the series on my channel where I attempt to recreate photographs and images in The Sims. So today's episode is actually a very special one because one of you guys actually submitted this photo. So I'm not actually sure if the person who gave me this wants me to give their name or anything, but I'll pop the photo up on screen right now. It is a beautiful white home and it's totally up my alley. It's kind of that farmhouse craftsman style that I love to make, so it's definitely something I was super comfortable with, something in my comfort zone. So if you're the one that suggested this photo to me, you know who you are. Thank you so much. I love talking to you on Instagram DMs and you're so sweet, and I'm so glad that you gave me this photo and suggested it, and I'm so glad that I was able to incorporate it into an episode of Curb Appeal. So if you guys are interested in submitting some photos for me to recreate, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I might not always reply right away because I do get quite a few DMs, but I do read and save all of your photos and go to them as inspiration when I need it. So today's photo was just one that obviously I loved because it's something I'm so comfortable with, and it was just white, and you guys will see that I actually end up running into some problems with it. It's a fairly basic and easy home to recreate. It was just because it was all white that I struggled a lot. I struggled a lot. Basically, I tried to make it so accurate to the photo, all white and everything, and then I just realized that wow, this is not going to look good in The Sims as an all white home given the materials that we have in game. So as you can see, I tried to use that the island living white kind of tin looking roof because it's basically the only white roof we have. And then I realized that this just looks awful. It looks terrible. And that's the thing. The dangerous thing about recreating photos from reference is you can get so caught up in trying to make it look exact that you end up making a home that doesn't actually look that good. So what I actually really try to do is I use the photos as inspiration, but I always try and put my own kind of style and spin and skills into the photo, because oftentimes things that look good in real life won't actually look good in The Sims, and that's something you just have to learn the hard way, I guess. So as you can see in a couple seconds, I end up actually changing the roof and making it this kind of lighter gray color, which I feel is a good representation of what the photo has. It's not perfectly white, but I also feel in real life maybe the photo it's not actually a white roof. I'm pretty sure a lot of homes don't actually have real white roofs, so it's probably more like a gray in real life anyways. So this is the roof I ended up choosing, and it does look a lot better, but I definitely struggled a lot with the windows and stuff like that, just trying to get it to look like the photo but also look good, because sometimes like I said, you can just get so caught up in trying to make it look exactly the same that you lose all creativity, you lose basic design style and basics sense of what looks good and what doesn't, because you're just so focused on the photo. So yeah, that's always something that you guys have to look out for when you're trying to recreate something, is it's good to get it exactly like the photo, but also don't throw out design style out the window, always make the call what you think is best. So I end up making it this nice, white home with some nice brown accents, and I do like how it turns out. I put nice little landscaping out in the front, and yeah, I think it's such a really beautiful home. It's only one story, and also, you guys, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to tell you guys this. I have so many things to update you guys on, but this is my very first video that is using, if you guys haven't noticed already, every single Sims 4 pack. So every stuff pack, game pack, expansion pack, you name it, I finally, it's about time, got every single pack into my collection. So you guys know that, first of all, a lot of people thought that EA Game Changers got every pack for free, like automatically. And that's like just not the case. There's like hundreds of EA game changers for The Sims, and they don't just like hand us every single pack the second we become game changers. Like, that's not how it works. When I first became a game changer, I was still purchasing packs myself. We get like the newly released ones for free, so we can like make videos on them and make our early access content, but I only became a game changer like a year ago, so any packs before that I didn't get for free. So I never had all of the packs, and I was totally fine with it. You guys know that like I like to make do with what I have, and I like the items that I have, and I've been working on getting the packs slowly for myself, you know, when they go on sale and stuff. And then the most nicest person in the world, aka Sim Guru Frost, the Sims 4 community manager, he reached out to me and he just said, like, hey, what packs are you missing? And as soon as he said that, like, I knew what he was getting at, because people had mentioned it at Sims Camp. People were like talking to Andy, being like, why doesn't Dr. Ashley have all the packs? Like, what's going on? Like, how can she be at Sims Camp but she doesn't have all the packs? Like, she needs to get them all so she can use all of the items and stuff like that. And I was like, no, you guys, like, don't say that. Like, it's fine, because like I really don't like asking for free stuff. I don't know why. It's not, you know, in my nature, especially since like I can like afford the packs myself. Like, it's not a big deal. I just don't like asking for free stuff. And then randomly he just messaged me and he's like, oh, what packs are you missing? And I was kind of like awkward about it. And then he asked me again, like, what packs are you missing? And then I'm like, oh my goodness, like, it's happening. So then he was so nice. He's like an angel, the nicest person in the world. Gave me the codes for all the packs that I was missing. So SimGuru Frost, if you're watching this episode of Curb Appeal is dedicated to you. I hope that this video gets like 100,000 views, just so everyone knows how nice you are and how sweet you are, because you really didn't have to do that. And it's like such a dream come true to have like all the packs now. Like, it's just so surreal, so bittersweet, because I have been collecting these packs for like 2 years now. I've been playing The Sims 4 and building in The Sims 4, so it's just so fun to finally have all of the items at my disposal and be able to build all these amazing creations with so many more items. So SimGuru Frost, you know already, I owe so much of my like YouTube and simming success to him. A lot of the opportunities that I had last year in 2019, like Sims Camp and EA Play and stuff like that, would not have been possible if SimGuru Frost hadn't, you know, presented those opportunities to me. So I am forever grateful for everything he has done as a community manager and just for me personally. So thank you so much, SimGuru Frost. You're the best, and I'm so excited to use all of these new items and show all of you guys what I can do and what kind of new builds I can do and what kind of designs I can bring for you guys. So ultimately, that's what it comes down to. I love building for you guys so you guys can use these homes, because I don't use a lot of the homes, you guys. I'm just building all the time. I don't get to, you know, play in them. So this one's actually a really, really fun one, because I kind of had a storyline in mind when I was doing this one. So basically, as you can see, we are onto the interior now. The exterior turned out fine, even though it was like a crisis in the beginning with the windows and all the horrible roofing and stuff. I'm pretty sure the exterior turned out fine. It looks like a classic, you know, family farmhousey craftsman Dr. Ashley home. So love that for me, love that for us. But inside, it is a one-story home, which you guys know I love, because I am not down for two-story homes, just because it's just easier to play in a one-story home. I know a lot of you guys agree with me, but I just want to reiterate that, because one-story homes for the win. So basically, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. There's a master bedroom with an ensuite, and then there are 2 children's bedrooms for 4 children. So the story that I had in mind for this home is a single mother who has 4 boys. And the reason why I thought of that is just because I thought that it would make for a really nice and cozy family home, but also kind of make it feel kind of hectic and just like a nice story in my mind of like a nice loving mother who like takes care of her home and takes care of her family and works super hard and has like 4 rambunctious boys. And yeah, I don't know. I just thought that'd be kind of fun to do that. I usually just do like very basic, like neutral family homes that aren't really catered to any specific like demographic of or combination of family members. I just do like, here's the parents, here's a kid's bedroom. Like you can do any gender, any whatever. But this time I just kind of had a story in mind, so I thought that it would be a little bit more fun. So you'll see the story kind of represented a little bit in the decor, like not super obvious because I still wanted this to be like semi-universal for anybody, but in this master bedroom here, you can see it's obviously maybe a little bit more feminine because it is just like a single mother. And then I do put a little bit more clutter than usual in this bedroom just because, you know, if you're a mom that has 4 sons, you're probably going to be pretty busy and there might just be a little bit more clutter sitting around here and there. So usually when I do my bedrooms, I make them kind of like very clean and simple and sophisticated and symmetrical and just like not a ton of clutter. I kind of try and make it look like a magazine kind of, where there's like everything has a purpose, like every decoration is intentional and stuff like that. But in this one, I did want to make it just a little bit more mismatched, just a little bit more hectic. You know, this mother still has her life together, still has everything in line, but you know, just has a little bit more stuff accumulated. So I did end up putting some clutter on the floor, a little bit more clutter on the shelves and on the dresser and stuff like that, just to represent that busy mom lifestyle a little bit better. And for the decor, I did end up kind of going for like a different kind of like eclectic vibe, kind of as if this mom had collected furniture over the years and just like put it in her room. It's not like she bought all of her room furniture all at once. And I feel like that's a little bit more realistic because when you are building your furniture collection in your room and stuff, oftentimes you'll buy pieces slowly and you'll replace, you know, certain pieces over the years. So like after 10 years, you might get a new dresser, and, you know, after 15 years, you'll get a new bed frame, but you won't necessarily just like renovate your entire bedroom all at once. I mean, maybe if you had enough money saved up, you would do that. But I feel like a mom in this situation probably wouldn't, you know, just like overhaul her entire bedroom and get like brand new furniture. So some of the furniture pieces don't really match. You know, the dresser might be a little bit older from her, you know, from her childhood or from her teen years, and then maybe she splurged on the bed frame, and then maybe these end tables were handed down to her. She got them at like a flea market or something. So it's just like a little bit more of like a mishmash of furniture, kind of to make it feel a little bit more realistic and a little bit more to represent that like progression of lifestyle and like hectic lifestyle, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of the vibe I was going for here. I feel like it feels a little bit more homey, and yeah, I don't know, like I'm kind of feeling it. It's definitely not the typical like sleek bedroom that I usually go for, I don't think, at least, but also I just had a lot more items at my disposal this time that, to be honest, I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and I had kind of trouble with like the color scheme I wanted to go for in this room. So I do like how it's not just like perfectly neutral, it's just kind of like colors all over the place, and I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it, you guys. But also I must say that having every single pack added to the game all at once, and to be honest, I wasn't missing that many. I was only missing like mainly stuff packs and then like parenthood and stuff like that. But having all of the packs added to my game all at once was such a, like, it was so overwhelming. I do not recommend it, you guys. I do not recommend it. Obviously, if you have the opportunity to like get all of them, like go for it. But it was super overwhelming to just have everything all at once because I haven't seen all of these items in the flesh, like in my own game. Obviously, I had seen it in other people's speed builds. Like I watch Avalyn, aka Rosa, and like Seamlessly and stuff all the time, and they have all the packs, obviously, so I've seen the items in action, but I haven't actually like gotten my hands on them. So it was super weird to just like look in the catalog and see like more than half of the items I'd never seen before. So it was kind of weird, and I think that it kind of was a disadvantage for me because I hadn't really gotten to know the items very well and the different swatches. Usually I know the items like front to back because I've added the items, you know, like one pack every 3 months. So I know every swatch, all the wood tones, what goes with what, and like I know the combinations of items that I like together. But with this, I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know any of these items. So that's why the whole place looks a little bit more, you know, all over the place in my opinion. I must say it's probably one of my least favorite interiors I've done. I mean, after I look at it more, it grows on me every time because it does kind of look like a real home. Because in real life family homes, they don't necessarily like match every single piece of furniture, doesn't match every wood tone, like end table doesn't match every single bed frame. Like that's not realistic in a family home. I feel like that's usually the case. So in that sense, I feel like it's realistic, but usually I'm very cookie cutter, like magazine, everything is cohesive and zen, and every end table has like a matching this or that, and every lamp goes with the rug, you know, like I'm very picky about that kind of stuff. But for this home, I kind of just like let loose and made it feel very colorful and homey. So I had a lot of fun in these kids' bedrooms. So obviously, as you can see, I did like 2 toddler beds in one bedroom, and then in the other bedroom I put like 2 beds for either like a kid or a teenager. So in these rooms I definitely went all out with toddler stuff, kids room stuff, and parenthood. I'm pretty sure those are the 3 packs that had a lot of like children focused items, but I'm not entirely sure because, you know, this was like my first build ever using the packs. But yeah, I feel like those packs definitely are so great for family home furnishings. So I don't know how I survived without those 3 packs in terms of doing like kids bedrooms. Maybe that's why I hated doing kids bedrooms so much. You guys have like heard me rant about how I'm not a fan of kids bedrooms because they just like don't look that realistic to me in The Sims. But that's also because I didn't have a lot of the packs that were catered towards like kids rooms and stuff like that. So I was definitely very impressed with a lot of the children's furniture that we got in these packs. I will definitely have more concrete opinions on which packs I like more than others in a couple weeks or months once I have more time to get to know each item and each pack in itself. But yeah, in this build, I wasn't really like looking at which item came from which pack. I was just, you know, overwhelmed with like a million items, and I was just like, this looks nice, but I wasn't looking at what came from where, if you know what I mean. But one thing I will say that I thought was really great is a lot of the packs, what I feel like I missed out the most was a lot of the wall decorations. So in whatever packs I got like, it was like more than half the stuff packs. They came with a lot of nice like new picture frames and wall decorations, and I was just kind of sick of the same posters and paintings I was using all the time. But with these, I was definitely impressed with the new wall decor that I got. So that's definitely something that I can see right off the bat is a nice big positive. Something that I was slightly disappointed in is the amount of rugs. So considering I was missing so many packs, I thought that I would have like a new arsenal of rugs that I was missing out on all this time. But when I went into the rug section, I was kind of underwhelmed. I'm like, oh, you know, there's nothing really new and exciting that I was missing out on this entire time. So for some reason, I thought that I'd get more rugs. So maybe there's just a shortage of rugs. Maybe they need to start adding more rugs to the game because I wasn't that impressed, to be honest. I mean, obviously, I got like a couple new ones, but I just, for some reason in my head, I thought I was going to get so many more rug options, and I didn't. So maybe that's something they need to work on. But here you can see we are working on the kitchen, and this is, oh my gosh, you guys, this is a dreaded kitchen. So the kitchen is it's in a really nice spot in the house. It's a very natural kind of nook that's great for the kitchen. I kind of opened it up with that beam to make it more open concept, and those mosquito windows on the back are really nice and open, so it's a nice natural lighting and everything. It's really nice, but I spent so long on this kitchen, you guys, and I still don't like how it turned out in the end. Honestly, you guys, that's just that. I was so fixated on using new kitchen items, like something from Cool Kitchen Stuff or Perfect Patio. Like, I can't even remember what packs they're from, but I just know that when I got these packs, there was kitchen stuff that I hadn't gotten before, like those cabinets with the glass. I don't know what pack they're from, but they're new to me. And same with the stove and the fridge. So I was so fixated on using new kitchen stuff that I didn't realize how, like, I was trying to make it work so badly and it just wasn't working. And this is what I ended up going with, because basically the problem is the floors are such like a warm, rich wood, and the cabinets are such a like cool toned gray brown that it kind of clashes. It kind of just looks really gray and dreary, and it doesn't look like a nice warm kitchen. Like, it doesn't look like a nice family warm kitchen. Like, do you know what I mean? It just looks really cold. And those cabinets are definitely more suited to like a more ultra modern home, I think. And just with these like nice, rich, warm floors, it just doesn't look right. And I'm telling you guys, I tried for so long to make something work, and I edited out all the footage of me like failing. And that's what I ended up with. So personally, I'm not super happy with the way the kitchen turned out. And I love doing kitchens. Mainly because in real life, that's like my main focus in life. Like, my life goal, let's be honest here, is to have a really, really nice kitchen. If anything, like, even if it's a small apartment or a small home, like, I just want a really nice kitchen. So I really love to design kitchens in The Sims, because it's just like I can design my dream kitchen, and I think I know what I like, and I like islands and stuff, and a lot of countertops and cabinet space and stuff. So in this kitchen, I failed. To be honest, I failed. Let me know otherwise down below if you think the kitchen turned out all right. Maybe I'm just being hard on myself, but I just feel like the color scheme was really didn't kind of clashed. The more you look at it, it ends up looking kind of nice. Like, it grows on you, obviously, because the rest of the home looks fine, I think. Maybe, I don't know. But the kitchen is, I've got to say, it might be one of my worst kitchens yet, not gonna lie. But it's fine. We all have our bad days, right? And, I had too many items to work with. I was just overwhelmed, okay? It's fine. I have an excuse. But here you can see I'm doing the living room. And the living room is a very, very open concept. Very just... Yeah, it's a big square, so I had to work with it somehow, and I ended up putting kind of like a half wall there to separate the back kind of hallway area from the fireplace living area. So that's kind of a nice alternative to do instead of putting a full-size wall, which kind of closes off the room a bit too much. I just put a half wall and some bookshelves to kind of add some separation without, making it feel too closed off. So I think that's kind of a nice trick that you can feel free to use, especially when you're dealing with open concept floor plans like this. So as you saw earlier, I had used the like perfect patio stuff couches on the interior in the living room, and then I realized I'm like, maybe I shouldn't use patio furniture on the inside, even though I really liked I liked the look of them, but I feel like people were gonna comment and say that's weird, so I ended up switching it out for these base game couches. These base game couches are like a classic. They're like an oldie but a goodie, you know what I mean? I use them all the time, probably too much, but to be honest, they're some of like the best couches. They're just like nice and big. And why do we not have sectionals, by the way? Can I just have this moment for a second? Why do we not have sectionals in The Sims? It is 2020 now, and we don't have sectionals. Do we have sectionals? Wait, I need to make sure I'm not ranting without being incorrect. I'm pretty no, we do. Obviously, I would know by now. We do not have sectionals. I feel like that needs to be 2020 Sims 4 bucket list. I'm gonna tweet it right now, you guys. Why do we not have sectionals? It's just unacceptable at this point, because it's 2020. Sectionals are such a big part of like living room life. I just feel like that has to be coming. And the thing is, people are demanding bunk beds at a time like this when we don't have sectional couches. You got to be kidding me, you guys. We got to get our priorities straight here. Sectional couches needs to happen before bunk beds. Let me tell you that. That's my opinion, though. You guys don't come at me. It's just my opinion. But But yeah, here you can see I put a little dining room in there. It's just like a nice little natural progression, open concept. I love the open concept stuff, you guys. I never really do floor plans where I like close off the walls, and I feel like I like doing open concept because it's a little bit more of a challenge, because with open concept you have to make the entire room flow together nicely. Like the kitchen and the dining room and the living room all kind of have to have like a color scheme that is cohesive, because it's technically kind of all one room. Whereas if you close off the rooms, you can kind of have a different vibe or color scheme in each room per kind of, because it's technically like a new room, so it doesn't clash too much. But with an open concept, you do have to be mindful of the colors you choose, throughout the entire openness. So I feel like I gravitate towards open concept furnish floor plans, because I do think that I'm pretty good at like choosing colors and making them look cohesive. I mean, not to like toot my own horn, but like personally, that's what I feel like I might be good at that. Whereas I'm not as good at sectioning off floor plans and giving each room like a different vibe. So maybe I might challenge myself to try and do that in 2020 and do some different floor plans instead of always sticking to my comfort zone open floor plan type of thing. But you guys let me know down below what kind of stuff you guys want to see me build this year. I'm so excited for what's going to come this year. I feel like this is going to be a really exciting year for us. And I just want to thank you guys for all the support that you guys gave me in 2019. 2019 was one of like the best years of my life in terms of YouTube and just everything. It really became such an important part of my life, and it's all thanks to you guys, and I've had so much fun doing it, and I cannot wait to see what is to come this year. I'm sure you guys are going to be pretty surprised. Hopefully, do stay tuned. I do have so many exciting announcements for you guys. But yeah, besides that, if you guys are wondering, I did end up moving my desk into my bedroom. So if you guys know, earlier I talked about it, I wanted to move my desk from my office into my bedroom because I wanted it to be more cozy and just closer to my bed, because I didn't like walking around my entire apartment just to get to my desk, especially at like night and stuff, and it's all cold in the living room and stuff. So I wanted it all to be in one place. I measured my room, I brought the desk in, and it didn't fit because apparently I can't do math or I can't measure, and I measured wrong, which is weird because I'm actually really good at math, so it's definitely not that. I just, I'm not good at measuring stuff. I'm not a contractor, okay? Like, I rely too much on bb.move objects in The Sims that I just assume it's gonna fit in real life. But, yeah, so I ended up buying a new desk from IKEA. I found one that fit perfectly, and it's super small, so it's a lot smaller of a setup than what I used to have, but it's so much more cozy. Maybe I'll pop a photo up on screen eventually. I'm not really sure, but yeah. So now I've got like new vibes, new fresh vibes. I'm really excited for what's going to happen this year, and I'm happy that you guys are along the ride with me and along this journey, and I'm so grateful. So to the subscriber that did submit this photo, thank you so much for giving me this photo as inspiration. I really appreciate you wanting to suggest photos and be a part of this series, and I'm so glad that I was able to recreate this one. So you guys need to let me know down below how this recreation was. Like, rate my recreation skills out of 10. I know I deviated slightly, but let me know. But yeah, besides that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are doing well, by the way. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you thought about it. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more Sims 4 videos. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye, everybody.